Hi, I saw this problem was causing some difficulty, so I thought I would have a go at it. And it was actually a really interesting one. And I changed the way that I drew it midway, which made it much easier to see what was going on. So I thought it was worthwhile doing a little video on it. Okay, so Susan and Monica have $186 altogether. Monica and Ruth have $372 altogether. Ruth has 4 times as much as Susan. And the question we're asked here is, how much does Susan have? So it's Susan's amount that we are interested in. Okay, so where do we start? Now, we have the first thing to notice is that we have actually 3 people involved. We've got Susan and Monica and Ruth, and we're given an altogether amount for Susan and Monica and another amount for Monica and Ruth. We're also given this, which when you've done some bar modeling, it's something that your attention gets attracted to straight away. Ruth has 4 times as much money as Susan. And that's actually how I started drawing it. I thought, oh, that's what I want is I wanted to have Susan and then Monica and then Ruth. I thought I'd do them in that order because I've got an amount for Susan and Monica and an amount for Monica and Ruth. And in fact, we could just sort of draw that in there. So we could go like that. I know that that's going to be 186. And I knew then that that was going to be 372. Now, clearly the difference here is going to be important. But this is how I started drawing it. And then I thought, okay, Ruth has 4 times as much as Susan. So I'm going to start by giving Susan 1 block. And then I give Ruth 4 blocks. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Right. And then what do we give Monica? Well, we don't know the size of the block that she has, so it was just a sort of arbitrary size. And then I decided that this really wasn't helping me very much. And so what I decided to do was scrap this, okay? Because I said I was attracted to doing this because we had this 4-to-1. So let's start again. I'm doing this just to show you that you can start off with an idea of how to model it and then think, no, that's not really helping me, and change it. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to draw a model for each of these. So Susan and Monica, and then we have also Monica and Ruth. And again, I thought, okay, well, Susan's got this 1 block and Ruth has got this 4. Okay. And then that Monica has this arbitrarily sized, we don't know how big it is, piece, although it's the same. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, so that's, those two are the same. Okay, so this is the bit that's Susan, this is Ruth, and then this is Monica. And we know that that equals 186 and that equals 372. And then I realized actually it would have been much better off if I had drawn this the other way round. Okay, so actually, have I got some space up here? I've just about. So let's say we're going to do, and in fact, I'm going to do Monica and Susan, and I'll just do them one underneath each other. And then I've got Monica and Ruth. Okay, so because what Monica has is the same each time. I'm actually just going to make that, just for the ease of drawing, I'm going to make that a 3. I know I made it slightly less than that here, but so here Monica has the same each time. I'll shade it in yellow for the consistency. So this is Monica. Okay, and we've then got the same start point. So here we're then going to do the single block for Susan, and then 4 blocks for Ruth. Okay, because we know that the difference between these two amounts has to be significant. So we know that we're going to be talking about difference here, and we need to draw the model in such a way as to highlight the difference. So we need to know what 372 take away, what am I doing that for? Right, so 372 take away 186, and that gives us 186. Okay, so that is the difference, and we can then draw that into this model. Okay, drawing it into this model, it wasn't so easy. It wouldn't have been easy to see. Now, because I've redrawn it, it's much easier to see what's going on. So we now know that this is 186. And we know that this difference of 186 is equivalent to these 3 equal parts. And we always love it when bar models where we have an amount that matches some equal parts. So we know we have to divide 186 by 3, and that gives us 62. So we know that each of these blocks has a value of 62. I don't have to write them all in, but I'm going to anyway. So these are all 62. And let's go back. We must be near answering the question territory. So what were we asked? We were asked, how much does Susan have? Okay, and we now have that. We've isolated Susan's amount, and that is $62. Okay, so I know that if you have already been taught algebra, you would have solved this algebraically, but this method, it's a way of allowing children to see what it is that they need to do in order to be able to solve the problem. And it's then perfectly solvable by someone who hasn't been taught any algebra at all. Anyway, I hope that helps, and I hope that encourages you to keep trying with bar models. And if the first one that you draw doesn't work, try again and then try again, and hopefully something will become clear. Anyway, I hope that helps.